Hello students and welcome to my channel. Today we will be learning Standard 9 Political Science Chapter 3 India's Defense System Part 2. In the first part of the video we have learned about the India security system. In the second part we are going to learn about the challenges to India's security. So let's begin. Challenges to India's security. Right from the time of independence, Pakistan and China have tried to threaten India's national security. That is, right from the year 1947, when India gained the independence, India's national security has a threat from the two nations, that is Pakistan and China. There are several disputes between India and Pakistan. For example, the Kashmir issue, disputes over river water sharing, the problem of infiltrations, and the disputes over the borders, etc. So there are many disputes between India and Pakistan. So let us learn more about these issues. The first dispute is on the issue of Kashmir. Even today at the present time, the Kashmir question is the basic cause of conflict between the two nations. The Indo-Pak War of 1965 was the culmination of series of disputes between India and Pakistan. And the reason for it was the partition of India and Pakistan, which led to the dispute over sharing of river waters. The waters of nearly all the rivers, that is Indus, Chenab, Satluj, Beas and Ravi, flowed through India. But in the year 1960, a water treaty was signed, and according to that, Pakistan was to use the water of river Jhelum, Chenab and Indus, while India was to use the water of Satluj, Beas and Ravi. So that was a river water sharing dispute which took place between India and Pakistan. But under the Treaty of 1960, the problem was resolved. The other problem is the problem of infiltrations. Infiltration means entry of an organization or an individual into a place, specially in order to acquire a secret information or to cause a damage to the other nation. That is called to be as a infiltration. So in the year 1999, there was a conflict between India and Pakistan in the Kargil region on the same issue. Now the cause of this Kargil war was that the infiltration, that is the entry of a Pakistani soldier disguised as the Kashmiri militant, enter into the India side of line of control, that is LOC. And so a war took place in the year 1999 in the Kashmir region of Kargil. That is called as a Kargil war. India has continually tried to solve these issues through discussions and negotiations. So India has taken all the initiative to solve the dispute between India and Pakistan. They have used various means like discussions with Pakistan and also tried for the settlement through dialogue with each other. But if we consider the terrorist activities what Pakistan is doing against India, then all the efforts of establishing dialogues or to make the negotiation or settlement are all proving to be unsuccessful. India and China are important countries in Asia. In 1962, we have had to go to war with China. As China is trying to establish its own hegemony, that is its own dominance or superiority over countries that are India's neighbors. There are tensions in the Sino-Indian relations. Sino-Indian relations means China-India relations. There is also a dispute between India and China over their borders. So the main reason for the conflict between India and China is connected to the border issue. The border dispute between India and China is related to the Aksai Chin area and the McMahon line. China claims that the area that is the south of Aksai Chin and McMahon line that lies into Arunachal Pradesh is a Chinese territory. And also China is not willing to agree that McMahon line is an international border. So India has made several efforts to sort out the disputes by means of dialogue, but it turned to be unsuccessful. And ultimately in the year 1962, China attacked India and the Indo-China War took place in 1962. And also at the same time China is trying to establish its dominance, that is trying to establish their power over the countries that are India's neighbors, that is the neighbors like Nepal, Bhutan and Sri Lanka. India's security is not only threatened by the outside powers but also from within. It is not just the difference between external security and internal security that is more important. Religion, regionalism, several rebellious movements based on ideology, race, ethnicity, and economic inequality are creating instability. For example, the Naxalite movement is a threat to India's internal security. India's security also has a threat from the internal past, that is, problems within our own nation. The problems like religion. Now, in a nation, more and more importance is given to the religion. So, riots may take place in the name of religion. Regionalism. Regionalism is having excessive pride for our own region can cause a problem which is called as a regionalism. Several rebellious movement. Rebellious movement means many movements have been formed in our nation which opposes or they challenge the government of our nation. For it, example is the Naxalite movement. Naxalite movement is a serious challenge to the India's internal security because this movement rejects the democratic system of our nation. Also, race ethnicity, that is, discrimination is based on the race of a person. This can also be a challenge to the internal security of our nation. And next one is the economic inequality. Economic inequality can cause a serious issue or a problem which can challenge the India's security system. Terrorism is the biggest challenge to India's internal security. It is a global problem and India is making efforts to end terrorism. So this is a major problem because several countries in the world are facing the problem. Hence, terrorism is considered to be a global problem. Now, terrorism is spreading the fear and the terror in a society by using threats or using the violence against the common and the innocent people for achieving their political goals. So terrorism, you can say it is an organized and a planned form of violence which is done against the innocent people. So this is also one of the biggest challenge to India's internal security. Let us learn about the human security. In the post-Cold War period, that is after the year 1991, the concept of national security changed and became broader. National security is not just the security of the country, but also of the people living in it, because security is ultimately for the people. Hence, human security refers to human-centric thinking, that is, human security is considered to be most important thing for the nation. In human security, it is expected that human beings should be protected from all sort of dangers and they should be given the opportunities of education, health and development. The concept of human security also includes the idea that a conducive environment, that is a favorable environment, should be created for everybody to live a respectable life by overcoming illiteracy, poverty, superstition, backwardness, etc. Human security necessities, that is, give more importance to the protection of the rights of minorities and the weaker sections. Now let us focus on the challenges to human security. As we have studied earlier about terrorism, the biggest challenge to the human security is that of the terrorism, because terrorism targets common and innocent people. It aims at creating terror or fear in their minds so that they begin to feel insecure. Thus, in order to protect human security, it is necessary to put an end to terrorism. So, due to the increasing terrorism, the internal security of a country is threatened in addition to the external security. So, to end the terrorism, the security of the different nations should work together for this cause. Pollution and other changes in the environment have threatened human life. Diseases like AIDS, chikungunya, swine flu, Ebola have presented a big challenge. Protecting human beings from such diseases is also considered as a factor of human security. So, the threat to the human life is not only from the external or from the internal powers or from the challenges, but also from the environmental pollution or from various environmental changes, and diseases can also cause a threat to the human life. So, to protect the human beings or human life from the pollution or from the environmental changes or from the diseases is also considered as a factor of human security. So this is the end of the chapter where we have studied about the India's defense system, and also we have tried to understand the changes in the concept of security from national security to human security. I hope everybody have understood the lesson well. Thank you, students.